Hey, everybody, glad to have you with us today. Appreciate you being a part of today's show. We're going to be talking about, I think, a real important question that every business owner really ought to consider. It really should ought to consider, and that is real three important components about what if. What if in today's world? What if some things go on? And so we're going to take some time to do that. My name's Dean Renfro. I run a local digital marketing agency, and we really strive to help local businesses grow their business base, whether it's grow their customer base or client base, patient base, grow their marketing so that they get more sales, more leads. We also try to help them be better at what they do. You know, one of the things that most businesses face is difficulty in marketing. It just really can be a struggle for people, right? It can really be a struggle for people. And we want to help them. We want to help them do better at that so that they can grow their business. Because as a business owner myself, I know the importance of that. So today we're going to talk about three really important questions and hopefully provide a possible solution to those questions that can help you grow your business. Why? Because when you grow your business, you put more profit in your pocket. And more profit means a lot of things for businesses. And the opportunity for you to do that sometimes is just right there. It's right there in front of your face, but you can't see it because you're not thinking about it. So today's three questions are designed to help you do that. So let's just kind of get started here. I want to add the questions here for us. And what happens if your business, if you don't do anything? As we come into the end of 2022 and come into 2023, what happens in your business if you don't do anything? And oftentimes that could be any number of things that could happen to your business. One, you lose profit. Two, you lose customers. Three, you could lose your business. Four, you have to cut back on services or products or inventory. It could be any number of things that happen if you don't do anything. But oftentimes that's kind of where we are. We kind of want to rest on our laurels. Sometimes we kind of want to be in that place where, like, well, business is pretty good. Or, oh, wait, I don't know what's going to happen, so I'm just going to kind of be here and not do anything at all, right? I'm just going to kind of wait and see. And when you do that, you put yourself in a very vulnerable position because there's other people just like you in your business field that are taking action today. Or maybe they took action last week. And you're going to suddenly be playing catch up when that happens. So think about the process of what happens for you if you don't do anything. Again, that question, what happens to your business if you don't do anything? And you might want to put that in the chat and say, well, I think, well, here's what happens in my business if I don't do anything. I fall behind. I lose customers. I lose sales. I lose profit. What are the things that happen in your business if you don't do anything? That's the first question. The second question is, what are the ramifications to your business if nothing changes in your business? Now, it used to be that people thought about it from this perspective and kind of had this saying, if I always do what I've always done, I'll get what I have right now. And not like, so business is good or sales are okay. Or I know it's a holiday season, so it's going to go up because it did last year. But oftentimes what we fail to realize is that it's not true anymore to say that if I always do what I've always done, I'll get what I have right now because of change. Things change faster today. Matter of fact, if you always do what you've always done, you're going to have less because things change faster today. People move quicker and don't notify people. People lose their job and don't notify people. People quit shopping with you because now it's out of their workflow route. You know, people go online when they didn't used to go online and they buy from somebody else or they look for a better deal. You see, if you've always do what you've always done and you've always depended on that, you're going to lose out because things change today at a just light speed in change. And so that leaves you behind. That means you lose people, you lose profit, you lose opportunity because things change so fast. So when you think about it, what are the ramifications? What are the ramifications to your business if nothing changes? What do you think that would be? Why don't you put that in the chat right now and tell everybody else, well, here's what I think would happen in my business if I didn't change anything. If I didn't change anything, because that's very true for businesses. They think this way. Things are pretty good. I don't want to change anything right now because looks like it's going to change. So if you're in the real estate business, you might be thinking, okay, I don't want to change anything because I don't know what the market's going to do. Or if you're in the financial industry, I don't want to change anything right now because we need to wait and see what happens in the market. Or if you're a service industry, well, I don't want to change anything right now because prices might go up. I don't want to change anything right now because I'm not sure. Fear. That fear of losing out. That imagining what could happen but never happens. And like Renee said, ramification of not doing anything means your business doesn't grow. It doesn't grow because everything is in attrition always. Everything is in the constant state of losing, except for one thing. This time of the year, the only thing that's not in the state of losing is usually our weight. It's usually going up, right, during this time of the year. And so if we don't do anything, we could lose business, we could lose profit, we could not grow, we could lose customers, we could lose clients. There's a lot of things that could happen. About the only thing that's going to grow when we don't do anything is our weight. Our weight goes up, right? So if you're a health coach, then if you don't do anything, then you're not able to help people lose weight, which is what they need to do. Maybe to have better health, maybe to feel better, to be more agile, to be in a place where they could do more. So what are the ramifications if your business does nothing? That is something that you really need to think about, especially now at the end of this quarter, and especially as we go into 2023, because there's a lot of change in the air, right? All right, the third question. What if you don't do anything and the situation gets worse? What do you suppose is going to happen if you don't do anything and all of a sudden the situation gets worse? We just went through that. Two and a half years ago, nobody knew about COVID, and there weren't any restrictions in all these things. And all of a sudden everything changed, and it's like, oh, well, it's like the flu. We'll get over it. We'll move past it. And then it got worse. The things began to heighten, and people got more afraid of the virus, and people, states started issuing lockdowns. The government started issuing all these mandates, and suddenly businesses that weren't prepared for that and didn't change, didn't do anything, suddenly were out of business. Suddenly now we find ourselves 2 years later with all kind of shortages, right? All kind of shortages. There's fuel shortage, there's grocery shortage, there's product shortage, there's chip shortage. Who would have ever thought that you just had to take the car you could buy off a car lot because that's all they're going to get, right? I mean, that was like totally unheard of. What if you don't do anything and the situation gets worse? What's going to happen in your business? What can you do about that? Because that oftentimes, sitting on the stool of not doing anything, you wind up in a place that you didn't intend to be, because things can get worse. We know the economy can get worse. If you're in the housing market in any area at all, whether it doesn't matter what industry is connected to housing, you know that things could get really bad. If you've lived as long as I've lived and been through 3 of these kinds of things, you know that the interest could go sky high. Materials could go sky high. You can find yourself in a pretty difficult place. What if you don't do anything and the situation gets worse? What are you going to do in your business? So what could be a natural solution to that? You see, because I have an idea that may be a game changer for you. Because oftentimes I know business owners, we try to keep things close to the vest, and we don't talk oftentimes about what could I do here? Because we tend to think I'll just do what I've always done, right? And we kind of know where that's going to head. Or I'm not going to do anything because I'm not sure of what could happen. But what if you had an idea that could change the game for you? What if you had an idea that was very economically affordable? What if you had an idea that puts your business in front of thousands of new prospective clients or customers or patients? Might that change the game for you? Well, I have an idea for you if you'd like to know what that is. If you'd like to find out what could I do to put my business in a very economic way in front of 10,000 people, 10,000 homes, 20,000 eyeballs, if you please. What if you had a way to do that and give you an opportunity to present what you do, present what you sell, present the service you provide, the product you sell to 20,000 eyeballs? You suppose that you might change the game in your business? You suppose that might be something that would help your business going into the end of this year and into the first quarter of next year if you knew you could get your business in front of that many people for pennies a household, for pennies a household. If that's an idea for you and you'd like to know about that, give me a call on my cell, 281-612-1515. That's 281-612-1515, because I think you'll find out that what we're talking about doing is something almost every business can do. It doesn't matter whether you're in the real estate business or whether you're in the financial services business or whether you're in your brick and mortar store, or if you're in online sales, or if you provide some kind of service like electrician, plumber, landscaper, if you have some kind of product that you sell to people. You can put yourself in front of 10,000 households of people who spend money. I'm not talking about any 10,000 houses. I'm talking about 10,000 houses of people who spend money for pennies, less than 10 cents a household. That's pretty fantastic, I think. So give me a call if you'd like to find out how you could do that and get your business in that kind of place, because it's something you can get started doing today. And it is amazing what it does for businesses when they all of a sudden have a fresh new batch of customers, of clients, of product sales. We all know how that feels when we can close a deal, when we close a sale, when we get a new customer. Why? Because they're valuable to us. See, it's not just the customer, it's not just the sale, it's the longevity of what happens there. Perhaps they buy over and over. Perhaps you sell something that has a residual process to it, like they need it every month. Or perhaps it's one of those things where you have referrals and a new customer, a new client, a new patient gives you more opportunity to pick up more business very inexpensively. What if you had that opportunity by just putting yourself out there in front of 10,000 households? And you could do that very affordably. So as I go back to here, just give me a call on my cell, 281-612-1515, and I'd love to have that conversation with you. Again, it's just to the point here where I have an idea I'd like to share with you. I don't know if it's for you. I don't really know if that's something you really want to do, but I do know this: when you do it, it works. When you do it, you get new business. When you do it, you get more sales. You just do, because it's a numbers game. We all know that if we're in sales, we sell anything. It's a numbers game. The more people know about your business, the more chances are you're going to get new customers and new clients and make sales. So take the opportunity. Call me on my cell, 281-612-1515. I'm not going to try to sell you anything. I'm going to tell you the idea. And either you'll get it, you'll either pick up on the idea because you're a smart business owner, or you decide that's not for me. And that's okay. It's not for you. You can get on the list for the next time we do it, right? And we'll call you or send you an email or say, hey, send you a text. Hey, that's how it works. If you don't want to call me right now, you can text me at that same number, 281-612-1515, 612-1515. So you can even text me at that number and say, hey, I'd like to talk to you. Let's set up an appointment. So that's what you can do today to get your business in a better place as we go into 2023 and end up 2022, because we all know if I don't do anything, nothing's going to happen any different. Maybe going to get worse. Hey, talk to you later. My name's Dean Renfro. Great to talk with you today. Take opportunity to grow your business today. See you later.